You know, this is the way that they're going to approach things. CIS individually based team can be very, very difficult to deal with, and we obviously saw that. So, yeah, just a couple more rounds in there, and there were a few 5v3s, 4v2s that Bait were able to turn around. So, ENCE came very, very close. Hopefully, for their sake, the mental is still all good. This, of course, a knockout game in the losers bracket. We will be getting into the action.
Well, let's get underway. Bait starting on that CT side. ENCE starting on the T side. The T side wasn't exactly great for them, and it looks like it might continue. What a mid-take immediately, but it has left A vulnerable.
Yeah, really vulnerable indeed. Owner first to spot them out. Bomb plant going to come in here. Hades, meanwhile, holding a bit of a crack angle himself. Flash going in to try and facilitate a peek, but dycha can't really do too much with it. Glaive the next to fall. Oh my goodness, a bloodbath in favor of the CT side. Hades finds himself all alone. Surely not going to be able to stop this. There is a kit on that bomb. He's just battling for survival, trying to take a name, and he gets knifed out by MPL in the end. The worst possible start for ENCE, but a perfect one for Bait.
Yeah, beautifully done by Bait. Super aggressive, get up in their face, take fights, and just sort of rely on the mechanics. And hey, man, it worked for them so well in towards Nuke, so why not? Why not continue to fall back on mechanics, which is being so damn kind of forgiving over towards Bait. Start fence that they wanted at all, and already, interesting spot they find themselves in. Are going to buy, of course, at the back of the bomb plants. And esenthial wants to get into the fights immediately. Bait are so relentlessly aggressive, and it's working. It's been working all series long. And ENCE, I don't think they really understand or know how to challenge this level of aggression. It's probably not something they see all too often.
Just sort of a wild confidence that they have in themselves, I think, will be difficult to deal with. esenthial playing around with the smoke here. Minute and 10 left on the clock. ENCE will want to bait this out sooner rather than later. Ooh, they're pulling away, though. Fake out towards A has drawn a lot of attention, briefly, albeit, as there was a bit of noise made in lane, but still, Bait are starved of info, not really sure what to do with themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't really know kind of where to go from now. Swinging towards mid. MPL and Wrinkle are combined. This is great work from Bait. It really is. Swing on the corner. DL at least will answer back for one, but Wrinkle's holding. Got a good position. Flash come around the corner. Repeat it in. Dia drops him despite being low. Now we're at 3 versus 3.
Bomb plant should be secured here. Captain Kirker savvy that there's going to be a fight going down, but he cannot beat that Mac 10. Owner just about gets the kill on Kylar before he moves away. Apparently not through the wall there. esenthial, meanwhile, shoulder peek of his own, trying to track the AWP. Running out of ammo, dycha pretty low, so it's kind of paramount that Hades stays alive here. Big, big frag onto esenthial, leaving it all down to Owner. The bomb not quite planted for him. Owner just looking to close the gap, but he gets no scoped. And Hades with a big, big round to win the force bite.
Lovely, lovely work. So needed as well, right? You know, we were already talking about how, you know, at the moment with ENCE's kind of rush start really could spiral very rapidly and work against them. And you know, Hades answering back effectively. That is where you want to find yourself. So again, at 1-all. Bait, they will respond in a force buy of their own, but expectations are probably relatively tempered, considering it is just pistols. Good opportunity for ENCE to start and continue spiraling as best they can. All right, though. Wrinkle will find one. You take that. That's an AK to work with.
And there you go. They're going to be able to drop the AK across to the armored player. Goofy pushing up middle. They are ready for this fight. Trying to find his timing. Goes flying in for the trades, and dycha will get them. Little bait out for dycha as well. So a little reward. Just the 5-7 of Owner. Nothing he can get done. ENCE will fend off the return round from Bait.
Yeah, you know, there was an opportunity there. There was maybe a moment. Something could have been a little bit uncomfortable, but yeah, not to be. Not to be. take a breather here in round number 4. This is sort of one of those rounds where teams like to call kind of attack pause as well. Sort of calling attack pause. In Bait's instance, why not? They have been very happy to continually use their attacks. Continue to try to make them stick for them. Using all 3 in most maps thus far. This round, though, yeah, like we said, expectations are very low from them. And if they can make sure they get no more than 1 casualty, they'll be fine.
Playing slow here, unsure of what they're up against and not wanting to walk into the stack, just hoping, you know, for an early frag to come their way. Nothing presenting for Hades, unfortunately. They're going to send him up on the boost, and it will now be a stack that they're playing into. Glaive holding. In comes the cavalry if he needs it, which he won't. NPL hidden away, hoping indeed a kill happens for him. It shall. That's all they're going to be able to find. Kylar cleans up in at middle. 3-2-1. And springboarding themselves with, it kind of is the perfect start for the T side. Lose the pistol, win the force buy. It's not what you're wanting to do, but when it happens, you'll be like, all right, nice. This is a pretty good position for us.
Exactly. Alrighty, though. 3-1. We said that one was, you know, not really too much of an expectation. It is going to be the case. Spamming it towards mid. Elbow not really even taking it by end. They just pop towards A. And they're actually going to get the site for free. Nobody's here. They went for a full B stack and nobody's playing the site.
Right in their own heads a little bit thus far. Yeah, some really dodgy decisions. I mean, if they go B, it looks great, but like, I don't know, man. Oh, spam is close to esenthial. Can't deny the bomb plant, however. So a 5v5 straight up. A lot of utility still remaining for this T side. Many smokes up, many walls to get through, and with so many of them coming from that CT angle, they do not fancy it. They will save. They have no kit. This is getting a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't blame them as well. That early save, you know, you made a gamble. It's a big, big gamble call as well, and it's just not paid off in any way whatsoever. That'll be all she wrote. Full save from both sides, and that's what they like to call a unicorn round. Nobody dying. The round being taken by ENCE nonetheless. 4-1. Very quick start. Very, very quick start. Out the gates flying. Getting these fights nice and early. Or the lack thereof in that round specifically. But you can see how ENCE, they're changing the tempo. They're trying to kind of fight fire with fire. You know, Beta have been so aggressive so far this series. I don't really blame them. You know that there's a big requirement upon you to try and get some form to work with and try and get something in your favor. An opening kill has always been huge. That round, of course, like we said, just a poor call. Would have been great if it was to pay off. It didn't, and well, that's it, basically. Not too much to really analyze. Of course, do get a pause. Back in towards a exact same buy. But this time, how do they change things? Now, I think probably step one is let's have a little bit of presence towards the A site, I reckon.
Yeah, they're going to try and find it via mid, but Goofy shuts them down pretty quickly. Fantastic response here from ENCE. Really good read from them as well to figure this out. Esenthial finds his frag, though. They will look to follow in the footsteps. Pretty important that he finds this trade if he is indeed going to go for it, and he does. Man advantage. Vulnerable B bomb site. Looking good for ENCE.
Dia, though, will fall. So now a 3 versus 3. Glaive sticking around for lurk here, but he misses a shot. Only gets a tag. Thankfully, Hades doesn't. Find one. Molotov will come down, aptly timed over towards CT as well. That'll just force him to pump the brakes a little bit. It's Kylar and Hades. Well, at least Kylar hears the steps now. He comes over. A bit more damage on towards MPL. He's looking to isolate fights, but Kylar does need to show his face.
Oh, the smoke going to keep him cordoned off for now. Just looking for the timing to come through here. Hades finds the kill onto MPL. Captain Kirker tap onto the bomb. Flash going in. They're both smoked off. Someone's got to move here and get him off the bomb. It's Hades.
Oh,
a little close for comfort there, but they will indeed take it over. Hades, 3K for him, flying right now on 8-1.
Yeah, needed, right? Really, really needed, and very effective. By all matters. 5-1. This is a very solid start. Coming in towards Ancient and not taking any prisoners. They needed this. They needed to get this confidence out the gates nice and early. Over in the other stream as well, the Apex Meta Sport game, that's gone to 3 maps too. Meta Sport currently 6-3 up on map number 3. Good. Look like maybe we'll say goodbye to Apex and maybe bait at this rate as well. As Rinko has something to say about it. Esenthial up close. Go on. For a second, but dycha doubles down.
Bit of a mess on B, but looking good for Bait, you know. They've got themselves a man advantage. Goofy trying to push in. They're not panicking for the bomb plant, not rushing for it. Ooh, a bit dodgy. Goofy will make it round for 2. Absolute denial. They weren't considering that. They weren't ready for it. Hades to pick up Captain Kirker, and it crumbles. The speed from ENCE, the change-ups from ENCE, they are in the heads of Bait, and Bait are really making mistakes here.
I wouldn't mind seeing another pause as well. Bait really do need to slow things down. They do need to take a breather because they're being choked right now. Getting any air, and it's really starting to cost them quite considerably. 5-round buffer. Probably extended further as well, just off the back of the lackluster investment from Bait and ENCE are at the moment. This is the performance we've been looking for ENCE basically all series, but I've only got him at number 3. He struggled, had to really pull things back on Mirage. That last map wasn't pretty either. And up close. I'm sure they probably got to expect it. Now they spotted him too. Esenthial for the first.
Sticking around for a bit more. Ono will be pushed back from Cave. Got to be careful of the spam, but yeah, not a bad way for Bait to start this round. Obviously, scrambling for them now. Any round's going to do. Just whatever they can find at the end of the day. A late push into Cave. All the way through to Jag here. Ooh. I like it. I do like it. dycha, though, spams away. That might just be heard. They're going to go wild for him. Kylar, however, trades out his homeboy. And now an even situation. Flank coming round from A. They're on a timer. And Hades is not really feeling it. He could get here to cut MPL off. Got to be careful. Captain Kirker picks up Goofy Dome now. Forced into making a move. This is dangerous.
Kylar trying to give some security in that bomb plant, and will. Down it goes. Time on the smoke, 2 Captain Kirker through it. And Hades and Kylar see them both off, leaving just Wrinkle alone in the 1v2. Back on timing. Hades knew all too well about it. If Wrinkle was a little bit quicker, probably could have gone in behind and maybe pulled off for the trades, but a 2v3 converted for ENCE. 7-1 up in a matter of moments. This is a rapid map at this rate. I mean, Bait are quite unceremoniously bowing out of IEM Dallas at this rate.
Yeah, man, and it really is a surprise, you know. That last map looked so good from them. But it maybe has just sapped them, and this is the thing, coming into a decider map, you have to hit the ground running, you have to figure yourself out, you start to get in your own head, you start to panic a little bit, like, oh my goodness, we can actually do this. That was hard work, but we can actually do this. Owner, trying to tap into that. Confidence is key to quick kills for the CT side.
Absolutely. Molotov force esenthial out of that corner, but dycha re-smoked, and it's all well and good that Goofy comes to join them, the numbers game and all the rest, but they have nowhere to go. So they've got to hold and wait for a while here. Smoke dropped. Another as well. The third one now towards doors. It is a pure waiting game. The only difference, though, is if Kylar makes a move towards A, he'll realize no one's there. But by that point, if he doesn't go now, that rotate's going to take way too long.
Molly round, try and clear some positions. They know that the boys are on the way now. Goofy in for one. Oh, he's been kind of left out to dry. As Kylar, yeah, they were hoping that he would be able to do something. Unfortunately, not the case. So dycha now back to follow in the footsteps of his fallen comrade and join him. He shall. 2 rounds for bait now. Plenty of money available, of course, for ENCE, but curious to see what the response looks like. 2 still not going to be enough, of course.
Yeah, success again coming for bait off the back of just going aggressive. You know, we've said for this side, they have needed that time. They really need to get up in their face and try and utilize it as best they can, and they do. Good work. 7-2, but for bait, it's a long old road to recovery. In my eyes, with how poorly things started, I'd like to see at least 4 rounds from bait on the CT side before I get kind of comfortable. Might go quicker as well, though. They are going quick. Esenthial! Oh, we don't line up 2. Great transfer. Could get a 3rd, but MPL will take it away. The young to the new boy, making his presence known.
Oh, Hades getting clapped. dycha not really able to do too much in the end there either. So there we are. A big round out from esenthial gives bait some momentum. ENCE, I think, will end up kicking themselves. They can't get 8 here at the very least. You know, want to solidify a really solid first half. The response is not fantastic, and bait seem to have found some energy.
Down, Molotov in front of it, stop anyone swinging through. Goofy sticking around. He himself will also be smoked. It's a question, does he want to play out in front of it? They are, to most degrees, at least finding a bit of form. Smoke down, Jaguar entrance. Just Slave, respect it. Put a spray, at least giving his presence away. Here's one up close, will chunk a bit of a neighbor. Don't know where the sound key was heard. Doesn't matter, it's MPL. Gonna find Kylar on the other side of the map. Good main aggression. Found a kill and nobody else spotted. Now they know that surely the bomb was making its way somewhere but through mid and B. With that B site shut down again by an esenthial double, that should be it.
Yes, indeed. But we'll see. Hades still alive on this AWP, of course, and he's been having a fantastic game. Slow encroachment forwards. I like it. Through middle, often one of the lesser. There he is. Ooh, jumps the gun. NPL knows what's coming, so now it's just Goofy. It's a fair amount of damage there, even more. Should not be long for this world at all. They know that he's got the bomb as well, so full respect going to be given across. 30 seconds to make something happen. As you can see, a solo player on the bomb site. There is Owner, but he's spotted out. A bit too chunky round the corner. He's just got one more to get through to get this bomb plant. Captain Kirker, though, no rush, no need to give the game away. Bomb comes out, and Kirker will find the easy frag.
Great response. That's what I was saying for bait, you know. If they can get themselves, at the very least, 4 rounds, I'm pretty happy. Got a good chance of making it 5 now as well, with a really solid response off the back of a poor start. 7-1 we were at just moments to go. It's now 3 in a row for bait. They can make it 4 for 4 to close out the half. It's a great response. That might be all the momentum they need. Sparrow a little bit in their favor. Ollie and Nate deeper towards mid could do a good chunk of damage. Only catches Goofy as Glaive just gets out in front of it. They're already wrapped towards Donut. This is a quick A take, and it could work. The missed shot from Wrinkle, and a Mac 10 is always going to win that.
Oi, my goodness. dycha with a double kill. Tracking them on the backside has sealed the deal in this round. So, yeah, you know, ENCE, I think, getting a little bit lucky. It seems to me, since losing a few rounds, that ultimately they did not have too much in the back pocket. They had so many rounds to play with that rushing straight in, trying to make that work, is completely fair enough. What can esenthial do here? One through the smoke, but now they know where he's at, and yeah, he just doesn't have a chance, does he really? Gonna try and move in here, as you would. Final round of the half, of course. Flash will leave him blind, and he's now low on ammo. Bomb ticking away, you know, just messing around a little bit here to try and get some kills at the tail end. 8-4, and look at that run from ENCE. Let's see if it's enough for them to close things out and stay alive here in the IEM Dallas qualifiers.
the wolves are out. Hold on to what you found. Days are deceiving. My head is spinning round. Oh, I hear now. Yes, the wolves are out. Inside of our reality. Satellites singing serenade. Send out a signal, please remember me. Send out a signal, come and set me free.
Welcome back in the decisive half of Counter-Strike upcoming then. Bates, a small run back towards the tail end. Couple of individuals looking very, very good, but no match for the ENCE side in the end now.
Yeah. I think for ENCE, they'll take that lead, you know, obviously every day of the week, but a 7-1 scoreline, at least Bait had a bit of a run of form. Was it too little too late? We'll have to wait and see. 4 rounds, I said, is decent considering how things started. Pistol round here feels absolutely like a must. They're going to pop it. Goofy first contact, finds it as well. He's going to get one of his own as well as he looks for more, staying alive, tapping away down range. Numbers advantage already.
Hades loses his head, however, and that will pull it back to an even situation. What is the move here? Dycha and Glaive on the backside, but they've actually bailed via CT. A little bit of a weird kind of situation to deal with if you are ENCE. But it seems like they've kind of figured it out. No noise being made. Bomb would have been planted by now. They do have this kit available as well to help them out.
Yeah, it did at least feel like Glaive had the right call, and then he gets out-called here by MPL. He's both still alive as well, so battle of the minds here between these two. At range, Wrinkle going to find Kylar. That's so important. Bombs planted for CT2. This smoke will change things. Tap. Not a stick, though. Got to get at least one kill to give themselves a chance. They do have a kit, but not anymore because it's fallen. And this round, I think, is probably done here. Kit can be picked up. Dycha going to stick it, but I don't even know if he has enough time. Esenthial just playing with his food there, toying with Dycha. That's Bait finding a much-needed pistol round just to give themselves a shot heading in towards this one. Of course, bomb plant, round, kills mean that buy towards the T side. I don't really think you want to do it if you're ENCE here. There's only a fine margin, that lead. They are going to call for a timeout before heading into it. So a good opportunity, you know, Cuban, to maybe just calm the guys down a little bit. Just make sure that I don't overdo anything.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough situation. Maybe communications breaking down ever so slightly. I think Glaive's smoke on the bomb and him holding it, but he's in a position right now as an in-game leader, as a player, where it feels like from the way that he's playing, he maybe feels he has to do a bit of everything. And that really doesn't have to be the case. But we'll see. Starting off pretty well for Bait. Going to be a force up from ENCE, and a timeout behind it means that hopefully we're expecting big things here.
Let's see. Force buy for ENCE. It's a big call. ENCE have loved these But their success rates are questionable. Wrinkle spotted. Smoke dropped. Goofy knows he doesn't need or have to face it. Either way that ENCE are going about this, if you are going to force buy, playing the MP9s up close, trying to get them in the fight as quickly as possible. They do have opportunities. Rip off a couple of heads. Our timer will keep ticking down. The only real issue for the seed side is the lack of util. The fact that Glaive has already fallen.
Yeah, another one to join him as well. Looking very, very good here for Bait. However, rotations are in quite quick. Still got Goofy in on a deep side position. We are looking to try and play around his teammate. Going to lose his life. Goofy finds two, but runs out of ammo and stabbed in the back. Hades, what can he really do on the scout? Does land both of his shots, but the gun just letting him down. Needed a bit more damage out from his teammates, potentially. Certainly not the cleanest, but certainly not the messiest from Bait.
Around's around, right? And of course, because that was a 4, now, friend, have to take a breather. Bait are going to make this a one-round game unless they can pull off a, miracle with pistols. This is now starting to be facing them the thought 7-1 not that long ago. His elbow, little laboured from Ona, runs out of ammo, but he can just fall away unscathed. And thankfully, esenthial's there, trying to bail him out. This is still messy, though.
Yeah, very true. And again, ENCE are just looking for the damage. We talk about it quite a lot as well. That kill bonus here for Glaive. You can see up to $3,100. It's going to have a substantial difference, and he's still in play for maybe 1 or 2 more. A lot deeper than he was expecting. So he will get taken down. Gap has closed pretty quickly here, as can happen. We'll see. ENCE are going to have to put up a defense quickly.
We need a really, really solid kind of response coming through from ENCE, or else they could be in quite a bit of trouble. If Bait had this game up immediately, this is where this one really starts to teeter not in their favor. Bait are playing well. They just know the momentum's on their side, so they're just not slowing down. There's no point slowing down. Keep taking fights. Keep relying on the mechanics. They know the speed and tempo at the moment is giving them a lot of advantages. Double mollied in towards elbow. 4 out of 5 will stack up in towards main here. He's got the right idea. He's the only man here to hold him at bay. And at range, he gets head ripped off. MPL for 1. Kylar needs to double down if he wants to charge. He's going to fall back, but he isn't given that luxury as Captain Kirker will catch him.
Ooh, another one from Captain Kirker as well to bring it back in their favor. Bomb going to go down. A little bit of feet burning. Glaive will have been heard. Not a kill just yet. Ready for that fight and wins it against Ona. This gets interesting now. Hades, plenty of utility available. Smokes as well for the bomb and for Donut. Hades going to go in, tap the bomb, try and draw some attention. Glaive tries to capitalize on it, but unable to do so. They will spam away. And surely he's not on it. However, he can't find an angle to take them both. Will pick off one on the way out, but it's Bait evening things up with 4 in a row.
Yeah, I'm breaking that econ right over towards ENCE. Yes, they got an ult to work with, but that would probably be all they can really securely buy, bar Glaive. Glaive has enough money to invest. I don't know if you want to, is kind of the real question mark here, but this is not good. We need another one of those rounds that we saw on Mirage where, Hades found a 3K and was able to spiral that into a round. Bait are rolling with it now. Really, really solid stuff. And if they are to lose this, they are gonna hate themselves for it. From being so close to the finish line, now so far away. On the edge of that flame, Wrinkle. Let's take a pop shot through elbow. He's gonna fall away. Doesn't overextend.
Patient play here from Bait in particular as the ENCE boys go digging for some info through the smokes, playing brave. And they could get away with this. MPL's not necessarily watching that side. Yeah, he's going to go around, not expecting them at all. There's the second one there, but it's this 5-7 of Goofy that could really do the damage. I think he will go down here, but he's kept them distracted and split them all up. Some isolated fights were on the cards. However, esenthial comes in with his 18th kill to close out Kylar. on 2 here, and probably another save for this AWP.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's got to be. Not a repeat of that round. Fortunately for them. It is... Ooh, this shot, though. Had a good game so far. Maybe the nerves starting to kick in. Just a little bit. Either way. I've been around for bait up to a 9th. This is a really decent run. ENCE, I wouldn't mind seeing a pause, guys. This is rapidly falling out of your favor here. Rapidly running away. 8-4. We were at the turn of the half. Actually, bait you call for the timeout, interestingly enough. Yeah, 8-4. Now it's been 5 rounds in a row since for bait. Super solid T-side coming through. ENCE can't scratch the surface, and this is getting incredibly problematic. Obviously, you know, a good opportunity for Cuban to enter the conversation, but also Maddened on the other side, the coach of bait. Just for him to be like, right, this is the play. This is how we're going to keep this winning form in our favor. Absolutely have to be careful here. And a couple more rounds like this, we could be looking at bait pushing towards the likes of a map and series point.
Very, very possible here. All right, let's see. ENCE will be real tense into this round, I think. Super important game starting to get away from them. But a strong enough buy to fend off their opponents. Could certainly make this work.
Let's go quiet. Initially. Not a huge amount offering up early. For bait. Trying to cause a couple of problems, trying to catch somebody off guard. Just one man of esenthial who's lurking towards B, but he's dragging a lot of attention his way. And he sneaks out through the smoke. He finds Glaive. That's an important opener. And still, look, it might even beckon over a rotation here. Kylar made in hand. Oh my god, he somehow gets the kill. How does he get another? Does he expect the wrap coming through? He might not. And he will fall to the hands of Captain Kirker. This is the most chaotic of rounds, but it's looking in favor of bait.
Yeah, looking good. I think it's probably just going to be a save from the ENCE boys. Absolutely wild. The T-side taking off once again. I don't think there's going to be too much resistance, unfortunately. It's actually looking to be a battle of survival here, Neo, in all honesty. As they are on the way, Captain Kirker making noise. Prepared for the fight to come in. Ooh, and clean from dycha. That should secure it. There's still not loads and loads of cash for bait.
Yeah. But bait are still feeling pretty damn confident, pretty damn good with where they stand. Here's the 10th. ENCE are yet to get around on the CT side. They are in a hell of a lot of trouble. It's what we said as well. We can't look at the stats coming towards this. Bait don't have a huge amount of officials under their belt, but we've kind of just got to play off vibes, and the vibes have been very good towards bait. And there's now 6 rounds in a row on the T side. First side to lock in double digits as well. And ENCE left scratching their heads. They are very quickly getting on the brink of being knocked out of the IEM Dallas squalls to one of, if not, the lowest seeded team in the entire competition. I'll double check that now, but I have a feeling it might be the case. Yeah, bait are 91st rated in the world, bait currently. The second lowest out of Metasport at 45. Double Metasport's rank, and they are still not even a lower rank than bait. That just shows how good bait have looked. They came through the open qual. Actually had a really good run as well, coming through the open qualifier. Taking some pretty big teams on the way through. There they find themselves now in a pretty decent spot. beat that Passion U18 owned by Zinchenko. They've been getting a lot of momentum at the moment. And of course, on top of it, Johnny Speeds, who you may not know the team name, but it is kind of Draken, Lekro, Rolf, Chauzy, Spook. Guys have all played at a decent level at that Swedish scene.
Quiet start into this one. Smoke goes down from Goofy. All to play for here, it feels like. As Bait also feeling that way. Not giving anything away. So much utility remaining for them actually going into the late stages of this round. Nade goes in. Goofy going to eat that ever so slightly. Flash, another nade. Is there a molly over the top? Not quite sure. Either way, Goofy still gets a kill despite the barrage that comes his way. I think he will be happy with that. An early sell of the util. Glaive goes flying round. Nobody in to help him. Dycha deep will get one. Captain Kirker comes off the bomb to trade him. Still not quite a sure thing yet, and it's Hades on the creep that has turned the tide. Owner was lurking. 30 seconds remain for him to find the bomb and the 1v2.
This is not going to be easy. At the very least, he has HP. Now 20 seconds to speak with. It took him 10 seconds on the rotate. Barrel spotted. Frag found. Looks for a second as well. Knows where the last is. Has to pick up that bomb and get a plant. But Hades holding for it. A sigh of relief as ENCE were in desperate need of a round. And they finally, for the first time in a long time, are going to get one in their favor. That's Bait went on a 6-round run of form. And in the 7th, is where ENCE are going to find their first on this CT side. It's taken a long time, a hell of a long time, to get back to being successful, but that 9th is really going to help them out, just keeping within an arm's reach, keeping close to Bait. But it still is ENCE at a deficit.
Oh my goodness, so loud outside of B right now. Glaive in for 2. A dodgy few rounds, but the MP9 is all he needs here. A big open. He looks to gather some utility. Get it slurped up and get out of there. Really solid. And, you know, it comes so advanced into the B hold that Bait really have to not only go in with 2 men down, but also have to go in with no map control here, retaking everything.
Waiting here as well. And BL, he's got good space and room to work with. 3 versus 5, it's a less than adequate position, less than easy. And as long as nobody from ENCE overextends, they should be fine. Oh, hang on. Glaive's hurt. Glaive's known. Spamming the smoke it. A nade. I'll actually, I just catch the ledge. If I didn't catch the ledge, you probably get swapped. Oh my god. Messy fight to 3 versus 3. Hang on a moment. This is immediately flipped.
Yeah. Oh man, these are classic rounds, aren't they? Dycha playing aggressive here. The orb is around nade. Oh, minimal damage. It looked good. NPL will find Hades, however. Not looking good. They will all fall. And a 3v5 turned around after the 2 kills. No more kills for ENCE. That's crazy. That is crazy. Another turnaround round from Bait in this series. They've had so many of them.
3v5 ends 3-0 to Bait, who are the team out the deficit. Bait going to call for the 3rd and final timeout. Man alive for ENCE. This is kind of, this buy here is not only map, not only series, but tournament life on the line. They're forced buying in. Double MP9, double M4A1S, and D is going to add a 3rd MP9 to the fray. It all comes down to this. This is the all-in call. All chips to the middle of the felt. And it quite literally is do or die. Lose this, no econ with Bait on 12. And you have to try and find something with probably, at the very best, pistols. Yes, they've got loss bonus, but momentum, confidence, and all the rest is at an all-time low for ENCE. Bait are outclassing them right now. I think that round just then, that 3v5, really encapsulates this ENCE performance.
Still staying alive, though. D-Heart will go down. Blaze, complete positional change here. Can't make it work. A bomb site gone. MPL holds the flank, and I think the call to save has come round. Again, thanks to the fact that they dropped a lot of control at mid there. With the deep A play, Bait going to find 12, and ENCE might just have to wave goodbye to Dallas.
Oh, man, who would have thought a 9th best team in the world, at least on ranking-wise, at the moment, are being put to the test. You know, we said this Bait team have always actually been one of the better ones in Tier 2. We just don't actually see them in that many competitions, weirdly enough. They don't play a lot of the Tier 2 circuit, but in qualifiers, they've always been good. Even at RMRs, they've been pretty solid as well. The only kind of one semi-funny fact about Bait is that they actually have the worst record in qualification games. They're 0-6 in Paris RMR and the Rio RMR before that. They went 2-0 up, I'm right in saying, in both times, and then ended up going 2-3. And then obviously they didn't make it through the LCQ at Blast either. They've, when it's come towards actually getting that major, they've been so close yet so far. Obviously very heartbreaking for them, but they've always actually been a solid team. They've taken some pretty decent scalps on an international stage, and have done it on LAN too. 12-9, this could be it. That save's going to give them some comfort. That flash is so good from Captain Kirker, but Owner forced his own Molotov.
Yeah, not ideal. Certainly not ideal. Definitely a decent enough position here. There is pressure out from mid, but they'll find the 2-for-1 over there. Hades, meanwhile, nice little smoke for him to work around. Oh, nearly the double kill. Kylar to keep the game alive. It is doable. Combined HP of 23. You would expect him to be able to find this. It is never that simple. Full belt of utility, a well-placed nade to take one, but then does he want to give his position away? Does he know how low they are? Difficult questions in a clutch. Run through your mind. Kylar just taking his time. Not spotting anybody just yet. Bomb continues to tick down, but he's getting closer to the action. Smoke comes in. Tap onto it. Unsure of where they're playing from. Here's both sets of footsteps, but is there enough time? He's just going to have to hold it. Flash going in. Oh, can't find him. Bring that ammo onto the Glock, and he gets the defuser in the nick of time. What is going on with these ninja defusers today?
Oh my god. You know, ENCE have had bad luck this series as well. 2 ninja defusers have not gone their way. They finally get one, and that might keep them alive. Wow. And Angel's looking down upon them then. Less than a second, less than half a second on that one. But a round is a round, and all the same, that's all they care about. Again, they can now squeeze out a bite. Hades with his favorite AWP. Dropped over by Kylar. He himself wields one of the 2 premium rifles, the M4A1Ss. Himself and dycha. FAMAS and MP9 round out the buy. It's workable. It's not exactly great, but it's better than nothing. Better than the possibilities that we were forewarning earlier, potentially even pistols being there in these final rounds. Bait. They've struggled, you know, in terms of closing out maps. We saw Mirage. They hit that 11 mark and they just could not see their way to the finish line. Now at 12. They've got 2 more opportunities to do it. Surely not this time. Up close. Kylar's going to get 2. dycha can't trade, but he'll fall away. So he keeps the numbers in their favor.
Man, you can feel the pressure. Bait a little unsure of what to do. Something quick, something in the face of your opponent. That's exactly what they like doing here. Goofy will spot them out. Smoke coming in to keep them at bay. 50 seconds, not a lot of time on Ancient, you know, especially if you've got to move through utility, and they are potentially looking to do that. Captain Kirker with the flashes, going to cause the burst forwards. However, both playing in at cave. There's no one around, so the burst play isn't going to work. dycha moves around, gets a dink there, but loses his life. They'll know what's up. Tiny bit of spam onto Wrinkle. Get this bomb plant down. Wrinkle not phased as he continues pushing forwards. Nice and confident. Kirker moving in. Good for 1. Surely traded. He is indeed. Wrinkle with 9 HP against 2 to do it all if they are to take it here. Or is it going to be another full 24-round game? And it is the latter. Hades waits for the smoke and finds the frag.
Oh my. Oh my. We have got a little bit more life left in us. 12 to 11. Now there's only 2 results from round number 24. Bait close out the map and series, 13 to 11. They find themselves in that next stage, eliminating ENCE from possibility to Dallas or overtime. Extra rounds needed. Looking towards that magic number of 16 to see who will take this map. These two sides have been inseparable, but just to remember at one point, ENCE was 7 to 1 up. The fact that we're even at this conversation feels completely out of expectations. But Hayes at range for the first. For a second, and he'll find it as well. Captain Kirk has caught, and he lines up 3. Wrinkle round that corner. Knees shaking as Hades peeking, but he'll find it, so he keeps that alive.
Oh, tip of the head, but dycha defended by the default box. However, he'd already committed to the swing, so esenthial will find him. Quick little swap up here. Absolute mess of a round for Bait. What do they do? Where do they go? They have a bomb to recover is the difficult thing. So yeah, not feeling too confident about this one. Wrinkle will lead the charge. There is a bit of a jump spot coming in from Glaive. Can they get the head? No, they cannot. And Glaive will spot both. So more of an idea. They're headed towards B, I guess. A full flank around from Wrinkle is all he can think of.
Yeah, the only issue that really lets them down is that lack of bomb. Hang on. They go for a play here. Oh, esenthial going to be caught off guard. He's all down to one man. Wrinkle. So there's moments in this series, but this map's not exactly being too kind to him. A 1v3 on 56 points of HP to convert, and it goes without saying this one is unlikely. And at just 25 seconds, even more so. He'll do what he can to isolate fight. He's tunnel visioned in, completely tunnel visioned in. And Kylar will catch him. We are not done yet. Overtime required. This game still got some life left in it. What a response out of ENCE. What a recovery of what was not looking good. We are not done. 16 is what we look towards. Who will take this third and final map?
The $1,000,000 question, my good man. And indeed, we are about to find out. Of course, straight into the overtime, something that seems to have changed over from Go, is that a lot of the organizers went straight into overtime, no break. And that can be a little daunting. esenthial will catch Kylar, getting adventurous. And now Kylar is left out in no man's land. Oh, where to look? Player coming above him will find him. Messy start with the mid aggression.
Molly will keep Glaive at bay. He was tempted to get a little aggro there, try and see if he could bring things back in their favor. And Bait are just going to pump the brakes, slow things down. They do not need to overface or overfight, stick together, work to pack the bomb. They're going to get spotted, but Captain Kirk are aware of the possibilities. Tapping away now as well, just trying to see if anyone else is around that corner. It's not to be. Hades might disrespect the smoke, but it'll cost him his life. And leaves Goofy in an impossible 1v5.
Yep, none of this really going to matter in the overtime. Hello?
No way. Surely not.
Okay. I mean, why would you ever leave the bomb site in overtime? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god, please. I hope it works. This would be amazing.
MPL's looking. Oh, and MPL's seen
it's
him while he had his knife out. That is a damn shame, yeah. I think it's just because of how deep Wrinkle managed to get in, and he's like, well, I don't know where he is, guys, you know? So they just double-check themselves.
It'll be a funny one, right? Enough. When they look back in the demo and they're like, how the hell did he get there?
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, it's one of those things as well. In regulation, there's probably an onus on them to, like, maybe start hunting or leave to save their guns, make sure they don't go down to the bomb if it's pretty close economically. But in overtime, you really have no reason to leave the bomb site until the very end, you know?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, I find that very important first. Wrinkle Corp. The smoke will come down as well, just to keep them at bay. Oh my god. esenthial is very close to the spray. We'll drop Molotov though. That'll give him some room to work with in Jag. So at least now it's good map control being gained here despite the numbers disadvantage.
double kill, triple kill. Yes, sir. Okay, 4K overall for the longest serving member of ENCE. Absolutely brilliant and a great answer back to even it up. The competition continues here in overtime.
Well. This is a really, really kind of interesting spot you find yourself in. 13 apiece, taking a lead and heading into that second half of OT. Could be the make or break factor here. Oh no, what a swing. Looks for a second. It's the AWP on the corner. Yeah, there's no chance Hades gets out of there. And now the A side's vulnerable.
Yes, indeed. dycha flashing in, trying to create some space and maybe find a frag on the interim. He's just not quite fast enough. Would have been a big deal. There is a fast flank coming round from Glaive. Goofy as well. Make some waves in at Cube. So I think they will be a bit unexpectant of these positions. Glaive going to find Captain Kirker on the edge of the smoke. Hoping to draw some attention. Goofy gets his crosshair set up but can't find the kill. It's such an awkward spot to fight from. Anything into Cube is so difficult at the top level. Glaive making so much noise now. We know where he's at. Down he will go, and it's Bait to secure the lead moving into the second half.
Well, a sigh of relief, I guess, for Bait from what started well. Hey, this is still absolutely anyone's game. 14-13, of course, for those who are a little bit new to the format at OT. The number we are looking towards is 16. That's an OT number 1. If it goes 15 all, we then move to 19. For now, we'll focus on the present. 14-13 is Bait 2 rounds away, but when he spoke about Mirage, they failed to, utilize a lead in their favor and close out that map, which they probably should have. And of course, how different things would have been then off the back of that nuke. And then with such a wealth of a lead after a really solid recovery, now find themselves in overtime. Yes, the advantage in their court with them being only 2 rounds away. Still by no means done. A pause as well to be taken before heading in towards this second half. Let's move back onto that T side. And the T side started so well, right? 7-1. And fell apart. We haven't seen ENCE on the T side for a while. This could be something that could let them down.
Yeah, we'll see. It's obviously an area that they look really good in, though, and they did have quite a lot available to keep us on our toes. And Bait. Mid control later into the round than usual. Not a lot of presence here from the CT side, so let's see what ENCE can do with this, because they will get decent control of that area. Not going to push their luck too much, and smoke available for Donut. Flash comes in. That was totally ineffective, but Wrinkle, not fast enough. It's just enough to throw you off, I suppose. Give the other player the confidence to take the swing. But kills as yet. It's a late ramp push, completely dry as well, but Kylar make sure the bleeding is stopped. So let's see. Wrinkle moving around, confident enough to take his fight. Pulls the man advantage for Bait.
2v3. As long as MPL doesn't overface, it should be fine because he has the support of Wrinkle at range, and a smoke as well is really going to help them out. All they really have to be wary of is that a cave, but they weren't. Captain Kirker gets caught, but MPL is still on the site. Rotations come over 2. MPL and Wrinkle together. Should be fine. A smoke in towards Temple. That should be enough. Cave blocked off. Wrinkle going to rotate, though, and this leaves MPL with all through. This 1v2 is not going to be easy on the site.
He knows they're coming, though. Only 10 seconds as well. There's a high chance that he gets overlooked. Ooh. Flash comes in. Bomb plans. Can't even be secured. And like I said, not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. He really, 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 really banked on that position, and it worked beautifully.
15-13. Match, series, tournament life point on the line. And ENCE again, backs against the wall. Bait on track to pull off the upset. They couldn't do it though in regulation. ENCE at least have that going for them. In this position before, and they pulled it back. Oh, that's a great start for MPL though. My God, Goofy spam down through the smoke, and ENCE left reeling. But that's a good response from Hades.
All the pressure on ENCE now. 4-on-4 definitely should be doable from here. Especially so early on into the round. Hades making himself known as he continues looking absolutely fantastic for ENCE. It's esenthial who takes the crown here, but Hades not too far behind him. There is, of course, still time, and hopefully for ENCE, extra time. Kylar picking up the charge. Flash is coming round. It is just a cave hold right now from Bait. No presence on the site.
He's down. I don't even respect the farm here. Will. NPL going to find Glaive. Uh-oh, numbers dwindling. Still have the numbers advantage. That flash is a beaut. Captain Kirker. Hot flash himself to find the kill. But DH lines up two. Kylar one of those as well. It's all down to esenthial. 1 versus 1. The new boy on the block. His first professional team looking. Lock this one in this place. He might just stick it. Nerves of steel. Comes off it on the swing. And DH keeps it alive for ENCE. We are not done just yet. The final round of single OT. And we once again open the door to this opportunity. Is this closed here and now? Do Bait take the map in the series, or do we once again go to another overtime?
All right, trying to keep it together in the very final round, potentially, of the series. Bait in with a timeout. And this is where the experience of these ENCE players, dycha, Glaive, and indeed a little bit of Hades, really comes into play. Keeping it together, believing in the process. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got a bit of MPL, but it didn't look super comfortable at that top level, and it was quite a brief stint. So what can he really bring to moments like this?
So close, these two sides. I mean, I was about saying, neither giving up an inch here. Bait, can they elude this sort of curse that's been around them of closing out maps when they've needed it? Oh my god, Hades, that first contact. Esenthial on the jiggle peak. Thankfully stays alive. It's good information gain too. And Newton are starting to come towards B. They might actually just commit to this.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of curious what the end play is, what the end game is. It looks more to be a fake out. We've got to be ready for this push that is coming round. Glaive is watching for it, and it looks good. It looks good, yep. He's going to catch Captain Kirker off guard. Big kill. Are they ready for the second player? Maybe not, but generally makes sense. There might be a push through A main to back up the man. Meanwhile, nades down towards mid. It looks like we are ending B once again for ENCE.
"40 seconds. Where do they go? Owner sitting behind the smoke. Numbers don't favor Bait. So they've got to try and find a way to level. The fact that Owner sticking around is just eerily dicey because he only falls away. I can't believe he's been given that luxury. Yes, takes a bit of a tag, but staying alive is all that matters. But now he's under a lot of pressure. MPL backside. Out of the angle here on the swing. It's a messy trade. We'll get it. Esenthial stepping off one as well, but a 2 versus 2. 10-second script.
Oh, yeah. You feel like there's not going to be enough time here. They just have to play away and not give him the bomb plants. And, well, Wrinkle from behind will get it done. Bait have knocked out ENCE. Absolutely unbelievable. And a filthy crossfire there at the end, by the way. Just works out perfectly. And like you say, very surprising Owner gets away with that. All I can think is that maybe they didn't want to overcommit in case they were walking into 2.